The fistula, genital tract fistula, is an abnormal communication between vagina and a urinary bladder or vagina and rectum. In fact, what happened when the girls of a very younger age group, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 13, 14, 15, they forcibly married to elder men and they get pregnant within year of their marriage, and when they are not ready to deliver a baby because their pelvis are not well developed, it's small, they are forced to be pregnant and they are forced to go into pregnancy and they are forced to go into the labor. Majority of the time, these women have no antenatal care, no professional or skilled person sees them, and they end up by having a delivery by traditional birth attendants. We call it dai in Pakistan, and these dais are not trained enough to even recognize the complication. So these girls stay in labor for 3-4 days when the baby's head, fetal head, is stuck in the pelvis in between urinary bladder and rectum. After 2-3 days, when the baby fetus dies, the head collapses and they deliver a baby, and the painful labor time is over. The woman is relieved, but this is a temporary relief for this unfortunate girl, because just after 2 or 3 days, she will pass a urine from vagina or stool from vagina because there is a hole in the rectum or in bladder. This is the situation. And to explain the situation, how bad happened to this girl, I'll just give you example of one patient. This patient came to me a long time ago from a remote part of Pakistan near Indian border, Tharparkar. She was only 15 years old, got married at 14 years age. She was delivered by dai after 3 days of prolonged labor. Then she delivered a dead fetus, and same thing happened. She started passing urine and stool both through vagina. After 1.5 years, she was staying at home. Her husband obviously left her, and she was staying with her mother. After 1.5 years, her parents came to know that there is a center in Karachi where this can be repaired. This center is run with the help of the United Nations Fund for Population and Fistula Foundation, California. They are giving us support for our activities and our fistula camps in different parts of the Pakistan. When she came, she was miserable. Her hemoglobin was less than 6. She was only about 40 kilo weight. Anyway, we built her up. She'd been through 4 different operations, and she was totally repaired and her dignity restored, and she went home. And after 3 years, we found out that she got married also, and we were very happy to know that she became pregnant also. So why this thing happened and why I call that this is not a medical problem? Yes, this is not a medical problem. This is the problem of poverty. There's the problem of negligence of our government. There's the problem of unavailability of the skilled birth attendant in those areas. There's the problem where the emergency obstetrical care is not available. So these issues are not serious issues. Any government want to improve the situation, they can improve it. Any government who are interested in women, they can do it. But in Pakistan, and like many countries in Pakistan, woman has no right. That's the reason I'm saying this is the right issue. It is the human right issue. And I'll just give you one example, which what happened last 10 days, 10 days back in Pakistan, to make you understand what is the situation of the woman right in Pakistan. This girl of 35 years of age left Lahore on motorway with 3 small kids to travel about 30 miles. In the middle of the motorway, she noted that she has no gas and her car is stopped. And in any civilized world, in any country where woman has right, the people will come and help her. The government will come help her. She was standing there calling police for 2 hours. Suddenly, 3 people came on motorbike. They pulled her out from the car, and in front of her kids, 3 kids, 2 of them raped her repeatedly. And then they left. The story doesn't end here, because when the police arrived and she was recovered and she was returned to the city, the next day, the chief of the police said that why this woman went on motorway in the middle of the night, number one. Number two, he said why she didn't check the gas in her car. Instead of saying the incident is bad, he was blaming the woman for traveling in the night. And unfortunately, our prime minister and our ministers came to support this police officer, not the woman. The whole country is crying. The whole country is shouting. And this is the situation of the woman right in our country. When a woman is not safe on the road, a woman from the upper class who can drive her car, she is not safe on the road. How a woman can be safe in a small villages where they can be sold, where they can be married to older men. I have seen so many cases where 50 years and 60 years old men married to 11, 12 and 13, 14 years of men. So this is a woman right issue. It is the issue of the girl child. In this regard, I want to mention that in our province, Sindh, with the help of a very good female lawyer, Miss Sara Malkani, we went to the High Court and we asked the government that this is a human right and woman right violation. And we asked the judge to compel the government to take the responsibility of this woman and give them compensation and make sure that no woman should suffer from vesico-vaginal or recto-vaginal fistula. Fortunately, with the great help of our lawyer Sara Malkani, we won the case, and the right-minded judge gave a decision that government should take care of this whole situation and train the people, etc., etc. But unfortunately, you know how courts works in our countries and how the decision of the court is not upheld by the government. The situation doesn't change. Although this court case has increased a lot of awareness among the people, lot of awareness among the doctors, lot of the awareness among the health professionals, social workers, and different NGOs and international non-government organizations in our country. So, after saying all this, I personally believe, and this is my conclusion in working with the woman with fistula, that genital tract fistula is a medical condition, yes, but it is caused and created by the violation of human right and woman right. And I think we must consider this as a very basic woman right issue of the girl child who get married in early ages without their consent to older women, and they abuse them, they rape them, and they become pregnant forcibly, and they have to go through the pregnancy without antenatal care, which is a basic right, without emergency obstetrical care, which is a basic right, and they end up with this kind of condition, and their life become miserable. Very few girls are lucky enough to come to our centers in Africa or in part of the Asia, and majority of the women lying in the villages, crying in silence, suffering alone with no future in their hand. Once again, I am very grateful to the organizers and the Human Rights Committee in Geneva who took this condition in their agenda, and we should all work hard to declare it a human right and woman right violation, and the UN agencies should work to have this condition restored. Lastly, it is very important to say that one of our fistula surgeon, Dr. Kelly, did a press conference in Karachi, and he declared that this condition will never happen to your prime minister, your bureaucrats, and and the daughters of your generals, because this is a disease of extremely poor woman, and this poor woman will continue suffering because she has no economical right to. Thank you very much, and I will be very happy to answer any question regarding my presentation. Thanks.